Sports betting brother, and hey, bring it up, and thanks for stopping by. My name is Boyd. I'm a sports betting marketing analyst with oddsjam.com. We teach you how to bet like a pro using all the tools, all the resources at OddsJam. We're going to go through that here in a minute, but today's topic is basically, I feel like we're day trading sports. We're day trading sports by putting together a portfolio of ideally profitable bets, which, again, if you're doing some day trading on options and stocks and things like that, it's all very, very similar to the same. So we're going to show you the similar characteristics, and maybe you have more of an interest in betting on kind of what you know more about as far as sports, and maybe some companies and some entities out there and the options and business world that you are unfamiliar with. So kind of go with what you know, go with what you like, and I think you'll find there's a lot more profits in this than you maybe imagine. So let's take a look. All right, guys, let's do a little history here. Not a lot of deep history, but some short history to kind of set this up and talk to you about what I'm conceptually saying is sports betting is day trading. And here we see trading volume in the spring of the 2020s, breakneck pace as retail investors jump in. Why are they jumping in? Sports went away in the spring of 2020 from COVID. And the volume of retail investors, i.e., sports bettors and people that needed some action, needed some investment, needed some fun, the volume has just it was magnified in enormous ways year after year there in that window of time. And they talk about the different accounts. What type of accounts? Well, it's basically the retail accounts, basically your retail sports bettors. The traders just had crazy amounts of volume, crazy amounts of shares. And they talked about how institution buying is certainly a lot different than one contract at a time. One little sports bet at a time is way different than what was going on. But this is a conceptually idea to share that it certainly started before this, but it was verified and blew up once 2020 revealed the thirst that the population has for investments and making money like in an options type of scenario, options trading scenario, day trading type of scenario. And I'll go into a little bit further on the next set of pictures. All right, guys, so I know we're talking about sports betting equals day trading, and I'm going to show you kind of conceptually again what I'm talking about. I think it's a very, very parallel scenario that can be applied here. Sports bets have basically a contract, right? You have a bet, and you have a certain amount of money that you're invested into it. I'm actually going to show you here an example of, we go into just an NBA game. And when I say options, you have choices and things like that amongst the game. You have all the different alternative line bets and things like that. So let's take a look at one here. Let's just grab any random one. Don't care. Let's go Lakers, Raptors. We'll just jump right in it and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So you have different ways you can invest. You have money line bets, which just pick a winner. You have certain prices there. This is where I start to kind of veer out and talk about in the money and out of the money, whether you're doing a call or a put, whether an options trade, and you have alternative lines you can look into. So these alternative lines, you'll see my comparison here in a minute, is sort of like in the money, out of the money, at the money, whether you're doing a call or a put trade on a short-term options trade. And so when this opens up, you're going to see the pricing changes. All right, so here we go. And again, this is sort of comparing options trading to sports betting. And you can see here, your at the money call, your at the money put. If you were taking Toronto at -9.5 and you thought they were going to cover the bet, that would, kind of say that was more of a at the money, which is where the current line is, the current market price is, at the money call. And you're expecting that, team to cover the spread, so therefore you're taking the favorite and you're expecting it to go up, as opposed to maybe an at the money put, which is the Lakers plus 9.5. You're expecting them to cover that. You're expecting Toronto to not perform and basically to go down, which would be more of a put. Okay, but that's something that we can scroll down and see some alternative lines and alternative pricing, which now we can get out of the money calls, out of the money puts. And you can see here the pricing differences, so that if you wanted to, say, take the Lakers at an out of the money put, you get them at -300. Okay, and I'm going to show you an example of the options chain and pricing is how it lays out. So again, you can get further on down, you can take an out of the money call on, say, the Raptors at -3.5 versus at 9, you get a lot different price, but you have a lot more cut, a lot more protection, and they're not expected to cover that 9.5. So you can see conceptually how you have a lot of choices and options and how you get involved in sports betting just on the point spread alone. All right, guys, here's a good example of Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade's options charts and things you can see as people get involved with the out of the money calls, out of the money puts. And this is like the alternative pricing in sports betting, as we looked at earlier, whether you're at the money, at the current price, at the current situation, or whether you're in or out of these types of scenarios with some alternative pricing. But these are all the options and choices that you can have various to this particular stock option and company. And it's interesting because, you have terms and times you can get involved in a day trade. You can get all involved in a week, month, year, whatever you're doing, just like you can get involved in futures, just like you can get involved in first quarter, halftime, so many different avenues and instruments to look at in both areas. All right, guys, back at the Odds Jam site as well. I wanted to mention too, you wouldn't dream of doing any investments without some information and data and, math before you put things into one of the options chain deals, and certainly stocks or any other real estate investment and things like that. But this is what OddsJam does. It actually provides all the information, all the resources, all the tools that you need to identify this. I want to talk about a lot about the positive expected value page. We're to use this as a tool, as a betting tool, just like in the markets with TD Ameritrade and any options. You're going to have the pricing. You're going to have a lot of details and information to help you with that. Again, showing the different tools and resources to help you identify, just like you would at TD Ameritrade or any other platform. The tools help you make good choices, good decisions based on some math and science and good data points. And of course, you have all the education too. You have all the different information to help you understand the markets. I think it's very, very important to understand markets and line shopping, and to understand value and the value of different things in each sport, whether it's a player prop or whether it's a future or whether it's just a mainline wager. But that's what OddsJam does. It helps you identify all these mathematically profitable endeavors. And here's a perfect example of that. So you can see here in the arbitrage page, you can find a percent edge here on the current market of under Jordan Poole on rebounds. So it's interesting because everybody out there in the market's 175. Here's the average is 147. But you can clearly tell 160, 145, 160. Bam, here's your winner chicken dinner right here, right? So that's how you identify the value in these tools to help you with your short-term options sports betting trades, period. All right, guys, there you go. There you can see just some of the many similarities and parallels with sports betting, day trading. You're day trading sports, you're looking for investments, you're looking for good value. At the end of the day, you're looking for good value, and that's what OddsJam's doing. You can also, just like in options trading and other investments, you can always sell your position. Now, you might fall a little bit short, but sometimes you can hedge your bet and get out of that particular position, just like sports betting. So there's a lot of strategies and methods to use the tools at OddsJam. And again, we welcome you to stop over for a free 7-day trial if you haven't had that already. Get used to those tools and get used to making a little bit of mathematical money.